So you get to watch the sunrise. It's beautiful. Wintertime, forget about it. You never see the sunrise during this time because it doesn't get up until like 10 o'clock in the morning. So, but today, like walking in and driving in and seeing that sunrise out there today, it's going to be a beautiful day out there in Kansas City. It's going to be a little bit hot.
Yeah, the days during this time of year are really hot, but the mornings and the nights are beautiful.
Amazing nights,
Incredible.
right? Yeah,
Incredible.
we were sitting outside last
wonderful.
night. It was beautiful last night. Once the humidity dissipated a little bit, we could sit outside and enjoy the evening. Boy, it was a beautiful
I was
night,
telling Dusty, just, being a kid growing up here just reminds me of just nostalgia, being a kid, playing outside till 9 p.m., like getting to stay up later because it's still bright outside.
Lightning bugs are out
Summer,
now, too.
Yes, exactly.
Were you a psycho and destroyed him with a tennis racket or a metal bat?
No, the lightning bugs?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. No, I got a jar.
Yeah, we used to have a
jar.
mayonnaise jar and put holes in the top and, to keep the things.
Still murder.
Yeah.
Just in a non-malicious way, I guess.
What does a lightning bug really contribute, though, to the world? Do they really?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, they could. I don't know. But what do they do?
Okay.
Yeah, what do they contribute, though, other than giving us fun as kids?
Hey,
And,
Daryl, what do lightning bugs do?
yeah, what do lightning bugs do? I mean, everything has a purpose on Earth, right? God didn't create things and not give it a purpose other than the analytics or something. But he's, all creatures, great and small. Right?
For sure.
They have a purpose on Earth, right?
The primary.
Yeah.
You want to read it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the primary purpose of lightning bugs.
No, they're just hornballs.
Oh, really? Are they really? They just like to have sex?
I know that I'm hard. Light is communication primarily for mating and attracting partners. Each species has a highly specific flash pattern and color that allows them to identify and count or in court members of their own kind in the dark.
Okay, so why don't we call them the horny bug instead of the lightning bug or something
you know how
like that?
go.
I feel like that's
would,
cicadas, too.
Yeah.
Cicadas come around, bang, every 12 years, and then go away.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, it says their light serves as a warning signal as well. Many fireflies carry defensive steroids.
Ooh. But it doesn't say what they do yet. We still haven't gotten to, why are you here?
Yeah, what's
they
going
flash
on?
lights and they mate.
Yeah, but for what, though? But what do they do?
That'd be really funny if, you and your wife went on a Halloween party and just got, those, fake wings and got, mag lights and just in the bar were, hitting 1, 2, 3, and then, she comes across the bar, 1, 2, 3, you're like, hit that later.
I kind of like that. I do. I kind of like that. That's a lot of fun to do something
Lightning
crazy. Lightning Bob and stuff.
Lightning Bob.
Yeah. So they have sex and they light up, but we still haven't found out why they're here. What do they contribute?
That's enough reason to me.
To society, right? Yeah, there's got to be something that they do. There's got to be something they give us.
Yeah, I mean, enjoyment. Now, I will say
that's fine. Yeah,
my backyard gets flooded with them. And now, again, I don't know if this is just hammered dusty, but I'll sit on my back patio, late at night on the weekends and listen to music. And those lights, you talk about the word dissipate.
Yeah.
They dissipate, and I think it's because bats eat them.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure bats do.
And I'll
eat
just
them,
hear the sonar, and I'm like, what the hell is that? But bats don't like humans, so I'm good.
Yeah,
they're afraid of you,
and they want to suck your blood,
and they know you're there by their sonar, waves.
But bats are great, man. Bats eat a lot of things. Yeah.
I hate that they eat lightning bugs. I love lightning bugs.
Yeah, the purpose of bats we could find
bats
in 2
are great.
seconds.
Yeah,
yes.
bats. What does a bat contribute? They eat mosquitoes. Done. Everybody's on board with that, right? We're good. We're good. We're ready to go with the bats. But the mosquitoes, they suck too. They don't contribute anything. But also the lightning bug. We got to find out what they contribute. So if anybody knows what a lightning bug does for society, let us know today.
It's like spiders. You're like, oh, what are spiders? And then you find out all the stuff they eat and get rid of them. You're like, all right, fine.
So how'd your day?
Oh, it was awful. I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse, right? So we're having wood rot.
That's my neighborhood.
We'll get to that in a second, too, because you had a bad day yesterday as well.
Terrible
so
day.
we're getting wood rot replaced on the side of the house, of course. That's, money.
I'll get those woodpeckers.
Well, wasn't that we just had water?
Back?
No, they're not. It was water with, I'll tell you later.
Homeowners, awesome.
Home ownership, go for it because that's the way to
kids.
do it. Yeah,
own a home. Get married.
This whole segment here, Dusty, you're gonna go. I'm out, man. Just stay single, Mac.
I'm gonna get a vasectomy. Talk to my landlord.
Yeah, Mac, you better run for the hills too. So we're getting the wood rot replaced. It happens, right? It's home ownership. It's a wonderful thing. And then we get later in the day and the phone rings and it's my daughter and screaming, crying, panicking. I've been into a car accident. I wrecked the car, and where she wrecked it is right outside the neighborhood, turning in to come home. I mean, we walked to the accident, one of those type of things. It's a blind turn. It really is hard because I think about it every day. It's 2 turns, each going left from 119th Street, right in front of Stoll Park. Okay, that's where we are. She's turning left into our neighborhood, and there's a car in front of her that's turning left into the park. You can't really see on 119th Street if there's a car in front of you turning left while you're trying to turn left. And so I think about it all the time. I just usually wait, go slow. And she thought she was clear and, drove into the side of another car. And so we're fine. Everybody's fine, right? Like that's the good news. The car is what it is. I mean, it was a 2012 car, and so it's probably totaled right now. So, we got to find her a new car because now it's a burden on us. All of a sudden, we're like, damn, now we got to start driving again. But she's gonna have to figure it out on herself, right? Like everybody gets into an accident. It happens, and it's not the end of the world. She was panicked. It was so sad to see how upset she was by what she did, and it really was. I got to shout out Jay Southland Tow Service, who was there in 15 minutes when we called them. They said
in the know.
They are. I called Jeremy over there. I said, hey, dude, got into an accident, blah, blah, blah. I called him back. I go, I think I was stuttering. He goes, yeah, you told me your son was in an accident and you don't have a son.
Wow.
I said, I guess I was, flustered. But they sent out a safety patrol guy first to get there before the tow truck got there. So he's out there and he's comforting my daughter.
She's just
screaming, crying. 15-year-old girl got into a car accident, doesn't really have her license yet because she's still on.
My sister did this to my dad's Toyota Avalon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
8 o'clock in the morning, coming in the neighborhood, boom.
Boom, yeah. Amy
Airbags,
Anderson of KMBZ told me this morning, she goes, when I was 15, I drove right into the side of a garbage truck. It just destroyed the car. It happens.
Driving, am I right? No, I'm kidding.
Kidding, right.
Kidding.
But it's a rite of passage. I got into an accident before I had my license. My sister and I got into an accident at a stop sign. I smashed right into the back of her car, So everybody gets in those things. It's just it's the shock that wears off. And so Jason out there, their safety guy, Rusty, former cop out in Lenexa, and he was so great with her and comforted her down. And then the Overland Park police as well. I got to give a shout out to them because they were so comforting to my daughter. They saw what she was going through. She's probably going to get a ticket for it too. And they saw what she was going through, how upset she was at 15 years old. And they did such a great job of keeping her calm that by the time we left the accident, she was laughing and she was in a much better mood. And she went on to her second job of the day yesterday. So she's working at Jasper's and over at the pool. So it's like, she's got a lot going on. And they were so comforting. And that's what I want to say to the police force at Overland Park. Thank you guys and gals for being there for her. And it happened right in front of the police substation. So they were able to be there right away. But they didn't have to comfort her the way that they did and say, it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. It's not a big deal. It's only an accident. You're not hurt and all that kind of stuff. And that's what it really ultimately is at the end of the day is like, she's not hurt. And that's what we have to get through. And my wife is having a much tougher time with it than I am. She's if I just answered the phone when she first called, it would have been a minute later and she would stop. We've got to stop this. We can't continue
playing the butterfly effect.
Yeah, exactly. We can't continue to do that. So I actually, to be honest with you guys, I'm more concerned with Jen than I am with my daughter because she's having a hard time getting over this as a mom, and it sucks. And now we're looking for a car, and I've got some friends that have the junkyards, and I've said, you may not have an aux cord this time, but we're going to try to find you a car.
She get one of those cassette ones that's like a cassette tape.
Did you have the cassette tape one?
I didn't. Not as an aux cord, but my buddy did.
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was crazy awesome.
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah, well, but that's how it was for us. Like the cassette you put in to use your CD player, and so you played your CD player off the cassette. That's how that worked back in the day for us. And so.
Yeah.
So she's fine. We'll find a junker. But, man, Jay Southland Tow, they're just phenomenal. Out right away. The Overland Park police out right away. Just
I'm a
comforted
Missouri guy.
her.
15 years old and able to drive? Is that
Yeah, to
okay?
and from work, to and from school.
Okay.
Yeah, and so she was coming home from work, and, it happened. And,
Yeah.
So hopefully it's a great learning experience for her, honest to God. And you learn. At 15 years old, it's better to have something like this happen than, later in life. And now she can learn and be cautious moving forward. I mean, that's ultimately what it's going to be about. So, then she had to go to work. I made her take the Bronco and drive to work. I said, let's go.
Yeah, I say that
back in the car.
My biggest advice is to get right back on the saddle.
Back in the car.
My sister didn't drive again until she was 21.
Oh my God, really? Yeah. See, back in the saddle because my older
she was
daughter.
afraid, man.
Yeah, that's why I said we're going, and you're taking the Bronco. She goes,
good.
"You're okay with me driving?" Yes, I'm fine
move.
with you driving the Bronco. I'm not mad at you. I'm not really even disappointed. I'm not upset. It happens.
It happens.
And this
about
will be
learning
the last time you get in a car accident.
Right.
I can promise you.
Probably not.
It's probably not going to be the last time that something like this happens. But when you're 15 years old and, it's the end of the world. It sucks. I mean, my first accident, I was still on my permit, and I drove through an intersection and smashed into a car. And I get out of the car, and the cop says, "What were you doing?" I go, "Well, my grandmother told me to go." Because she was in the car. Right? She was
It's like in Jersey.
So my grandmother told me to go. So anything, they'll be fine. She'll be fine. Jen will be fine. I'm fine. I really am. I'm surprised I was as calm as I was. And, again, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. It happens, right? Everybody gets into one of these accidents. You had some bad news, too, and it really affects the entire community. And I think this sucks because I got to be honest with you, Dusty, it's probably not going to be the last.
No. So for those of you that were under a rock yesterday, I want to say the City Council of Lee Summit got together and decided to end downtown days. I've thought about this. It was one of those you hear on the news or see the news and it's a jaw dropper. It's a phone to the side. And I know that on Monday we have our overreaction segment, and my overreaction was you had to just pull the plug on downtown days. You've got an issue going on. It's not fun. It's not a good look. It's happened 3 years in a row. This was the third year it happened. And
okay, that's important to know, too.
Yeah, so this is to this degree, right? Like 3 years in a row, they've had major controversy in downtown Lee Summit that happens to start somewhere around 8 o'clock at night. And there's just, to me, there was no way to get around it other than doing this. And I understand, like I have, pretty good people in the know that are high up within the boards of downtown Lee Summit. And I text one of them yesterday. I said, so how did the conversation go about pulling the plug? And the response I got was so-so.
Oh.
And I said, interesting. I said, fan or no fan of it? And no answer, no bias towards that. But it just came back to be like, there's a lot of people that are and a lot of people that will continue to be pissed off. And I said, I totally get that. And I thought about this pretty much all morning on the drive in. Thought about it for about an hour last night. And I think, unfortunately, in life, we are always spoiled by Disney movies and books and television shows where the good guy rides off in the sunset with a good girl and it's a happy ending.
Right.
Lee Summit's city fell on a grenade yesterday. And that's the ending that it has to be, because not only are people not going down to this event because of events that have happened in the past.
Was it lowly attended this year, too?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
But I know that there's a lot of people that like to voice their opinion on Facebook and say, this is why I didn't go. We don't need you right now.
Right.
I understand that you didn't go.
Yeah, that person needs to butt out. Really.
And they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And so those are also the same people that complain about, oh, really? They're just going to let the bad guys win? Yeah, because the good guys continue to lose.
Right.
And unfortunately, we also live in a society that is just insanely racist, and it's hard to read the comments on my Twitter post that I put about it. But there's also a part of it that's sad, because this is the start of something that's going to continue to happen, because when these sort of, I guess you could call them takeovers happen in other places, now Lee Summit will be the example of like, well, Lee Summit canceled it, and Downtown Days have been going on for 40 years.
Yeah, I saw that since like
1985.
Yeah, long time.
I was 30. I'm 38, and it's been going on basically my whole life. I've been going my whole life. It's never been like this. Now, to Mac's defense, yet earlier we were talking about it. As teenagers, yes, we went. Did we kick over a trash can? Probably. Did we go TP somebody's house afterwards? Probably. We weren't bringing bear pepper spray and claiming false narratives and taking over a city, an event where people tend to go have their summer fun. But as Vern has always told me, who I think is one of my greatest, advisors in this business, is that if you come to the table with the problem, also bring a solution.
Absolutely, you have to.
And Lee Summit has spent a lot of money building the Green Street District and putting a lot of taxpayers' money in there. Now it's time for you to go use that. And if I need to go out there and have an open forum town hall meeting, I don't mind doing that, because once every other week have Vendor Saturday, where from 12 to 5, vendors come out in the Green Street area, bring their truck, they're out there, they get out there, don't start selling till noon, they get out of there by 5 o'clock, and you can have a live band, because you don't see a lot of that sort of attention that you see in the middle of the downtown days that you would see at the stage. And they've got a big docket on their hand coming up, because they have an event called Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people wondering if that's going to get axed as well.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But I mean, look, dude, 3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
You can't let this keep happening. I guarantee you there's nothing worse than seeing your city that you're proud of on every news outlet with that video that we saw of, cops getting kicked and pepper spray and running and stories of guns and stuff like that. So it had to end, and it's not fun. It's not the good guys winning. It's the bad guys winning. But unfortunately, like for this city to continue to win and continue to thrive and try to be what they want to be, they had to make a tough decision.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that was pulling the plug to downtown days. But there are ways to continue to do that. Art walks, First Fridays, vendor days, pop-up concert days, stuff like that. You can still bring the city in and have people come out and enjoy the day. But like you'll tell your kids when they're 21, nothing good happens after 10 o'clock
Well,
at night.
I tell them that all the time. The best part about this accident, though, Dusty, to kind of pick up from there, all of a sudden, mom and dad know what they're talking about.
That's fair.
All of a sudden, mom and dad know what they're talking about. Not just with driving, but now with everything, because the light bulb went on. I said, do you see what we've been telling you? Yeah, the light bulb went on. And the sad part about the downtown days with Lee Summit is you're hurting families that are looking for things to do, kind of affordable things to do. It's very expensive out there right now. I hope other cities don't look at Lee Summit and do the exact same thing, because you had old Shawnee days, you have Santa Caligan days, you have old Settlers days out in Olathe.
Fall Fun Fest is in Blue Springs.
Right. You've got all these events that all these municipalities and cities have all over the place. And Lee Summit was the first. I hope everybody else doesn't follow. And then all of a sudden these things are done, man. And kids love going to the carnival, getting the funnel cake, the cotton candy, just kind of hanging out and being proud of where you're from and, doing some of those activities and seeing people.
But it's not fun when you're constantly looking over your shoulder and waiting for the bomb to explode.
Right, exactly.
That's what it is every year. At least the last 3 years is in your head. You just hear the tick, 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 tick. And all of a sudden it's like you get home. I saw it with my own eyes the last 2 years, Bob. I literally was down there and saw it happen. Like 2 years ago, my buddy that I love to death that worked at Jack Stack with me, Bobby, his son was sprinting with his other buddy with fear. And I just took him and I was like, just come with me real quick. And we walked away from all of it. I said, go home, call your dad, let him know where you're at. Just get the F out of here. And then this year, I told you guys a story on Monday. I went to Dairy Queen, and it was like insane, man. Like the guys at Dairy Queen, the doors were locked. They were shaking, give us their order. And they're
oh my God.
I mean, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not making this up on my mother's life. The guy literally goes, do you have a screenshot of the order? Because they weren't opening anything. And he just put it on the glass and had my buddy put it on there. And he goes, all right. And he goes, here you go, man. And just was like literally shaking. Probably the same way that your daughter was shaking the car wreck. Yeah. And so we're like, dude, we'll see you later. And then, of course, trash all over the parking lot that now those employees have to clean up because people were being asses. They have cops going around the drive-thru, sounding the alarm with the lights on. Go home, get out of here. And just nothing. So, unfortunately, something had to be done.
People ruin everything, man. They really do. And
we just got to get better.
We do.
And we need Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, dude. But, hey, we'll get into what the Royals did last night, and we'll get into what Chicago's done, because there's a really cool story that happened with the White Sox yesterday as well. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty.
Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
On your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Heartland Men's Health are saying, hey, it is time to come in and see us, because we don't want you suffering from ED anymore. It's summertime, and you want to get out there and have fun and enjoy the summer. And when you have those intimate moments, guys, performance does matter, and you don't want ED to get in the way. The truth is, ED can ruin the moment. Whether you're getting intimate with your partner and you aren't able to perform the way you want to, it can be very, very frustrating. But at Heartland Men's Health, there's a wide range of advanced treatment options for every stage of ED that can help you get back to performing again, and maybe even better than you have in years. At Heartland Men's Health, they have treatments that work when the pills or herbals fail. They use advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond those pills. So call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. It's time to schedule that consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TNPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Well, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are saying, hey, everybody in Kansas City, let's come together. Let's work together for a greater mission of doing more with each other. And there's absolutely no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. So if you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and those economic conditions. And the Sheet Metal Workers are here to help. They're going to help you adjust the size, the skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during the times you need it the most. And that allows you to go out there and bid on the best jobs out there that work for you. They'll provide you the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, along with training for your current employees. And guess what? There's no downside. It's completely free with zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 can help grow your business and your profit margins as well. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
It's the Lawman, 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the Lawman, 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The Lawman gets results of the law. Call the Lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine, the choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements. Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts in America. And this Father's Day, you'll get a little something extra for dear old dad. Stop by Booth Creek Wagyu at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf and receive the ultimate Father's Day grill package when you spend over $299. That's a Booth Creek Grill spatula, Meat Mitch, and Booth Creek seasonings, and even a pair of customized barbecue socks. All free with minimum purchase. Get Dad what he really wants. Available now at both Booth Creek Wagyu locations.
If you miss being able to finish a road trip playlist on a road trip, we can help. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
Looking for the perfect Father's Day gift? Right now at Peter's Clothiers, save 30% on select Johnny O styles. Premium comfort, timeless style, and savings Dad will love. Stop by Peter's Clothiers today at 124th and State Line Road.
This summer, grab a Truly Hard Seltzer. Light, bubbly, fruity, and make your dreams come truly. Join us for our game day watch parties on June 12th, 19th, and 25th at Peanuts locations. Truly Hard Seltzer, the official hard seltzer of U.S. Soccer. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for more info on watch parties. And visit TrulyHardSeltzer.com/locations to find Truly near you. Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts. Hard Seltzer, 5% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code SNAP to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SNAP for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SNAP for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Royals coverage is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City.
Brought to you by Blue KC is the Coaches with Character program. Do you know a rock star high school coach in your district? Nominate them for the Blue KC Coaches with Character program at bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character. Let's make our coaches feel special and make our community a better place to live, work, and play.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to the home of the Royals, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit swlinjurylaw.com.
East side, 435 northbound with the forced exit at Eastwood Traffic Way. Freeway shut down before Raytown Road with an accident. Delays stretch back to Blue Parkway and still building. You can take Blue Parkway or 63rd as an alternate. Eastwood Traffic Way now overloaded. Southbound, a little slow approaching Eastwood Traffic Way with onlooker interest developing in the area. Otherwise, things move pretty well around town. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Getting right back into things here on Fescoe and Dusty. McMorey, Bob Fescoe, and Dusty Like-Us-All with you on a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Going to be another hot one out there. Something pretty special last night happened in the White Sox game.
I mean, this only baseball gives you these moments, don't they?
His most crucial at-bat of his first game. Sends it in the air to left. It is back near the wall. It is over the wall for a game-winning home run. How about that? Talk about drama. Talk about theater.
What a ball game. And what a major league debut for Montgomery. Braden Montgomery, remember the name. This guy can play. He's a member of the organization brought up as a first-year player, the 12th first-year player for the Sox this year.
His new teammates, some of whose names he may not yet know, all waiting for him at the plate.
What an amazing game.
That's such a good line from Bob. All of his teammates waiting for him at home plate, a bunch of which he doesn't even know their name. Yeah.
It was a great line because I picked up on that too. I'm like, that is a pure Costas line.
Yeah. And that color guy needed to get the hell out of the way.
That's Steve Stone, though. He's their guy. Costas was doing the game last night. I don't know if you guys noticed the graphics. They were doing like an 80s night last night in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So they had all the graphics on the TV were from the 80s.
That's what that was.
Yeah,
when I was like, okay.
You're looking at it because I was like doing this. Why is Costas on this call, right? And it's the Chicago broadcast. They brought him in for 80s night, for an 80s flair type thing. And
Very
they did the
cool.
Game. Yeah, really cool
Very
idea,
cool.
right? And so they had Costas just happened to be there because they were celebrating 80s night.
Of course,
and
that's the game.
Yeah, that's the game. And of course, it's Braden Montgomery, who's one of their biggest prospects. You know, I think number 3 in the country, prospect wise, comes up and look,
debut,
right? Hits that home run, and I mean
Yep, you're good.
I mean,
You're
it's a game-winning home run.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
What more can you
Talk
do?
to you later.
I mean, like you hit a game-winning home run in the 10th inning in your major league debut.
At home.
At home. Did you hear the crowd, the fireworks, the whole thing? It's 80s night. Like that matters.
Did
but
you know the even more special part of the story?
What?
Oh, 2 years and 1 day after suffering a broken ankle during a Super Regional game while playing with the Texas A&M Aggies, Braden Montgomery hit a walk-off home run on his major league debut.
2 years to the day.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's even better. I mean, again, baseball, right?
Is life going to get any better? Oh, just you wait, Braden.
Yeah, 2 years from today, you're going to do something that only we talk about in stories, right? And there it is.
You get torn down, you come back even stronger.
You do, and that's great, man. Good for him. And
only 23.
The interesting part about Braden Montgomery is he is now the 4th of 4 players in the Garrett Crochet trade that the White Sox made to now be playing for the Chicago White Sox. That is their Zach Greinke trade. They made their Zach Greinke trade when they traded Garrett Crochet, and 4 guys are now in that lineup on an everyday basis, just like we had with Kane and Esky. And, you know, when you make those big-time trades with those star players like Garrett Crochet or Zach Greinke, you better get people back in return that are going to help you. And the Royals nailed the Zach Greinke trade. Absolutely 1,000% nailed the Zach Greinke trade. And it sure looks like the Chicago White Sox nailed the Garrett Crochet trade too, because all 4 players they got back in return are now in the major leagues. And that is, I mean, if you could get half of the guys that you get in a trade to find a way to get up to the major league level, that's a good thing, right? All 4 guys that they got for Garrett Crochet are part of this team now. I mean, that is a remarkable rebuild that went on in Chicago. And did it happen overnight? It happened in 3 years, basically, right? I think Chris Getz took over in 24, and here we are now in 26. And they've got 35 wins, and it took them the entire season for the last 3 years to get 35 wins. And here they are, man. They made some shrewd moves, and I told you guys at the beginning of the season, I think the White Sox are on the come, if you will. And they are. They've surpassed that now, and they are a power now in the American League Central, and that's what stinks. I mean, the Royals are playing better now, but they put themselves in such a hole. You're fighting off the White Sox and the Cleveland Guardians at this point in time, and the White Sox aren't going anywhere, man. They're a mainstay now.
Yeah, I was too busy jacking it last night.
And a swing and a ball well hit deep right field. Nimmo back, it's long gone. Goodbye shutout, goodbye no-hitter. Jack Caglione stays red hot. The Royals are on the board, they're down 2-1.
Oh, and then I know that I'm hard.
First pitch to Cags, and he drills it high in the air, deep right center field, headed for the fountains. It's a splashdown. Jack Caglione's second home run of the game.
I know that I'm hard.
An ambush swing for a 2-run shot. The Royals have a 5-2 lead in the sixth.
Oh, America.
We'll get into that a little bit later.
When's he going to bat third?
Don't touch him. Just leave him there. Leave him there. Leave Lang where he's at.
What a stud.
Just an absolute unit.
What a
Jack.
beast last night.
What a great game last night. 11-pitch walk, first of all.
Yes.
To start.
Yeah, which is nuts.
Fantastic.
That's great. You think he'll be in the lineup today?
I don't think he's ever getting out of the lineup anymore. He's earned his keep.
He's
now.
earned his keep.
It's done. It has to be done.
If they start again continuing to mess around with this guy and not put him in the lineup every day, what are we doing?
Especially because they're actually winning some games.
They're winning games. Vinny's hitting good now too. I mean, all of a sudden he started to heat up, and this lineup started to heat up. That's why I've always called Vinny the heart and soul of this team. He got going. He's hitting over 300 in his last 10 games or something like that. Yeah. And this team is starting to play better right now, and everybody else is starting to play better in this lineup now.
6-2 in the month of June.
Mm-hmm.
Caglione is magma hot, as Scott Boras once described to Eric Hosmer.
Yes.
And
3 for 3 last night, right?
3 for 3 with a walk, a stolen base, 2 home runs that went the distance of 853 feet,
and a double.
And he's there, man. He's doing it. But we'll get into that a little bit later as the Royals win again last night, 28-39 on the year, 4.5 now out of that wild card number. But again, you got to keep jumping teams. And last night they finally jumped Boston. Now you just got to keep Detroit losing. By the way, was our guy Tarek Scuba, was he pitching with like a vest on the other day, or is he put on some pounds? Did you see what
I did not see that.
And his minor league, he's big.
He's big.
Okay.
He's always been pretty
barrel-chested.
Barrel-chested.
Yes, thank you. I was looking for that word, but I don't know.
Like Roger Clemens for the Astros.
Okay, but Roger was always barrel-chested too. Thick. But he had a barrel chest. Pettit had a barrel chest as well. I've got that. My grandfather had a barrel chest. He was short, stocky, barrel-chested guy. And
those guys just stopped taking steroids.
Yeah, right. But yeah,
literally.
Exactly. Real quick here. What is going on I-435 today? I mean, they are taking traffic and rerouting it in an insane way off the interstate like I've never seen before. People are going the wrong way. 435 at Eastwood Trafficway. Holy cow. Pedestrian struck and killed.
There's your answer. Don't forget this year we have partnered with KCUC, who is donating $50 to Prostate Cancer Foundation for every home run the boys in blue hit this season. 1 in 8 men will face prostate cancer. Early detection saves lives at KCUC, Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced neurology team. You see the best in KC. Scheduled today at kcuc.com. $3,000 so far as the Royals have hit 60 home runs. Cags with 2 of those last night. So I don't want to sound hyperbolic, but is Mahomes losing his flair? So they brought out yesterday, because this is par for the course for football season, as we always do this as the season starts to ramp up. And it would appear that Patrick Mahomes is now 6th on merchandise sales. Above him is Jaden Daniels, JSN, Saquon Barkley, Drake May, and Josh Allen is the leader in the clubhouse of merchandise sold. I have noticed in the card industry that the buzz around Shohei cards have started to kind of decline, because now there's just so many and it's not as,
The market's saturated, huh?
Fair, but also like at what point is like the top of the mountain? Like, yes, you can still get a 1-of-1 Shohei, or you can get something that'll be special in certain releases. I think today is the Bowman Sapphire release, if I'm correct. It's the 10th, right? Yeah, so they have their Sapphire edition. That's the last year's edition where I pulled a 1-of-1 prospect of the Marlins player that got me a $4,200 payday.
Nice.
Never going to see it again. It was my big hurrah. I've made it. It's my hole-in-one in the card game. Congratulations. You're lucky. But I wonder if that's kind of happening with Mahomes in the league, because, does everybody have his jersey? Does everybody have Mahomes stuff?
What it is.
Has he been here long enough to where it's like...
And I'll speak on that from doing charity auctions and all of that kind of stuff. For the last couple of years, I've told everybody who's doing a charity auction, you don't need to bring me a Patrick Mahomes jersey to auction off. Everybody has it. And I've been saying that, I think, probably for the last 3 years. You go to, our BMA Foundation auction. We've got Building Hope for Autism, golf tournament that's coming up. And so, we see all of these auction items that are getting auctioned off. People now are going for the experiences, right? A dinner at, Jasper's with Dayton Moore went the other night and stuff like that, or a special dinner at a Chop House or whatever it is. Like, that's what people are bidding on. And so for the last couple of years, I've kind of noticed, like, the Mahomes and Kelsey jerseys and all that stuff, the auction prices have dissipated in a big way because everybody has that right now. And so I don't think that he's lost his flair. I think there are new guys that have come on for teams that haven't had, their guy, like Drake May. Like, if you're a New England fan right now, you've had the Tom Brady jersey forever and a day, but now you got your new guy. So you're replacing all your Tom Brady jerseys with Drake May jerseys because he led you to the Super Bowl. Same thing in Philadelphia. I know Saquon's been there for a couple of years now, but people are still buying that jersey and still falling in love and trading in their Saquon Barkley Giant jerseys and upgrading to the Eagle one. And JSN, obviously, with the year that he had, right? Nobody had a JSN jersey, so they're buying that now. And number 5, Jaden Daniels, new quarterback kind of on the scene in Washington, really making his name for himself. They have new jerseys now, too. So people are probably buying the new jersey of the Washington Commanders because they want that as well. So I don't think it has anything to do with Patrick losing his flair at all. I just think everybody's got everything from Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce right now.
Maybe that's the way to get some new uniforms.
What
Mark,
a genius idea, Max.
Yeah.
Seriously. You want to sell more Mahomes jerseys?
You want some more cash?
Give us an alt jersey.
Yeah, it'll sell. Travis is still playing too while Kelsey's still in.
Yeah.
Buy that Kelsey one too.
Yeah, that's a great
sell like
idea.
hotcakes.
Yeah, they will. But I think that's what people want.
No, I agree
something
with that.
different. Yeah,
I agree with that. I mean, we've just been over inundated with Mahomes gear and
it's
Mahomes
been 10
everything.
years.
It's now a decade.
Yeah.
It's a decade. And whereas Josh Allen's on that list, the argument would be, well, he's been around. So he hasn't had the same amount of push or anything. At this point, the NFL and it seems like national media is like, well, no one else has really stepped up. Mahomes is kind of wearing things 6 and 11. All right, Josh Allen's our guy.
Yeah,
push him.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's, Bills fans are still buying the jersey in mass as well. But he's a player that transcends, a transcendent type of player, Josh Allen is, just like Patrick Mahomes is. They have fans all over the world, And these jerseys, quite honestly, at say they're $200, maybe people are saving up their money for a couple of years to make sure that they've got it so they can buy that jersey because these things are expensive. Jerseys right now, if you're it's an investment, man. It's an investment.
Yeah.
And so you want to make sure that when you invest in that jersey, that guy's going to be there a while. So that's why Jaden Daniels in year 3. All right, he's probably going to be here a while. You look at a guy like Drake May. Okay, he made the Super Bowl. Now I feel like I can invest in his jersey. And so people run out there and buy it. Same with JSN. They were a Super Bowl team too. So, I don't think it has anything to do with Mahomes. Watch what happens this year. He plays great. I'm sure we'll probably see a spike of people go, I need more Mahomes stuff.
I'm sure the Haley Steinfeld thing helps Josh Allen as well. It's similar to Swift and Kelsey. Not the same magnitude, but you guys get it.
Yeah.
Movie star.
Totally.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
You better believe it is a Wednesday, and that means it's a Fescoe and Dusty poll question. And I was afraid to see the results because, we have a lot of, people in town that can be a little bit negative about certain things. Very simple question here. Does the U.S. soccer team make it past the knockout or make it to the knockout stage in the World Cup? And the answer is 60% yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's gone up a little bit since last time I saw it.
Time.
So,
I don't think they do.
Make it to the knockout stage?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Their pool isn't the strongest.
That is true. I was looking at that this morning.
Their first game is Friday night versus Paraguay.
Yeah. Maybe they do.
Should win that game. I don't know if you saw the kick over the weekend against Germany.
I don't think I did.
They crossed it in from the corners, a corner kick, and it kind of bounced around. The guy's outside of the box and just hits a piss missile to the net.
Like that goal last night to make it 4-3.
U.S. guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that. That was sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost. I know next to nothing, but I know one of our main players got hurt. Maybe he was a striker. Did you guys see that?
It's not Pulisic.
Yeah.
It wasn't Pulisic. I would have known that, but it was one of the younger guys, and he's not going to be able to play in the tournament now.
Well, that stinks.
It sucks.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. That's like Hardy's closing.
Seeing for you.
Yeah, it really sucks. I mean, it really does. I don't know. I think the biggest problem with sports in America today is our men's U.S. national team is never any good. And that's why soccer isn't big in this country, because our men's national team stinks.
Well, he's going to join us next. Don't forget, later on the show, Allie Trost Martin, you might remember her, now doing things in New York, all things soccer. So we'll get her on the show at 8:20. We'll have Jay Binkley next. And to see how stiff he was watching Jack Caglione hit bombs last night. Plus, we talk all thing mini camp with Mini Bink and Bink himself next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Bigger carousel right now, college football or the fact that every Hardee's is closed?
Well, that sucks.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending are there to help when you need it the most. And we all get into those situations where you need some extra cash. In fact, we're probably calling Golden Oak today after that car accident saying, hey, is there anything we can do? We got to get a new car here. And Golden Oak will get to work and try to find out if there's a better plan in place for us when it comes to our mortgage. And that's what they do for everybody. But in order to get Golden Oak to constantly check in and make sure you're doing okay and finding great rates for you, you got to be part of that Golden Oak family by taking their free mortgage checkup. And I promise you guys, it'll be the best phone call that you make. It'll open your eyes, and Golden Oak is there to help you in those financial situations, whether it's, a car breaking down, maybe you've got your situation involving college tuition coming due, a wedding, or maybe you're just behind on your credit cards. Golden Oak Lending will help you get out of all of that. So take the free mortgage checkup. It's risk-free. There's no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a simple phone conversation to find out how much you could save every single month. And at Golden Oak Lending, the average cash-out customer saves over $1,100 per month. So call Golden Oak Lending today, and when you refinance, you'll go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Community Blood Center is teaming up with the Kansas City Royals for our annual Royals Weeks. Now through June 14th, help keep our blood supply strong ahead of these critical summer months. Join us to donate blood and receive 2 tickets to a select Royals home game this season. With a single donation, you could be the reason up to 3 people get out of the hospital and into the stands this summer. Schedule your donation today at savealifenow.org or call 877-468-6844.
Man, you gotta stop ignoring the obvious signs your bodies are giving you. You're low sex drive, you're low energy. It's probably just I'm tired from the weekend. No, all of these things can be a sign of low testosterone. 1 in 4 men over 40 have low testosterone. I'm in my 40s now. You got to pay attention to your health. At Low T Center, it's the original TRT clinic, and they've been changing lives since 2009. So book a free testosterone test today and help get your energy, focus, and sex drive back. That's fixmylowt.com, fixmylowt.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Granger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Granger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Some days, self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey, but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around, or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
If the high cost of filling up is weighing you down, lighten your load at Hy-Vee. This Saturday and Sunday, get a 30-cent per gallon fuel discount with every $60 purchase. Stock up on groceries and stack up the fuel savings. Earn 30 cents per gallon with your $60 purchase. 60 cents per gallon with a $120 purchase. The more you spend, the more you'll save. Your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss the 2-day Fuel Saver event this weekend only at Hy-Vee.
Soccer Fever is in Kansas City, and Hy-Vee is your headquarters for official merchandise, apparel, tailgate, and watch party needs. And Hy-Vee makes game day so easy. They have ready-to-go wings, pizza, party trays, charcuterie, and, of course, all those delicious sweet treats. If you're planning a cookout, great. Hy-Vee special recipe brats, burgers, and steaks are the best. Check out their match day meat bundle for only $30. And don't forget about Hy-Vee's wine and spirits department. For all of your game day needs, count on Hy-Vee.
This report is brought to you by Rawhide Harley-Davidson.
I would just like to say WTF.
Yeah, you heard right. Rawhide Harley is willing to finance. It's Rawhide Harley's WTF 10 event this week. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, we can help. We must sell 50 pre-owned bikes by Sunday at Rawhide Harley. Willing to finance 10 event ends Sunday on approved credit.
Join us at 96.5 The Fan's World Soccer Headquarters at the Peanut in the Northland on June 12th with the drive starting at 2 and kickoff at 8. Presented by Truly, the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer, and by Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local since 1933. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
East side, 435 northbound shut down. Accident as forced exit at Eastwood Traffic Way. Delays to 63rd. It's just crawling at best. A lot of stopping and waiting. You could take 63rd as an alternate. Blue Parkway is an alternate that's starting to get overloaded, so that may not be the best choice. Ahead of all that, with an accident northbound 435 at 87th Street, or just past there, about 3/4 of a mile delay building there. I want to mention southbound 435, quite heavy from I-70 down to Eastwood Traffic Way with onlooker interest. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Chewing tobacco, football and boots. He knows Bobby Bowden, he knows Pete Carroll. He likes the 3-4 defense. He's Jay Binkley. He loves beer and chewing tobacco, football and booze. He knows Bobby Bowden, he knows Pete Carroll. He likes the 3-4 defense. He's Jay Binkley.
Right you are, Binkley. Right you are, my man. Welcome in on a Wednesday, my guy. How about Jack Caglione last night, dude?
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love Jack getting hot, hitting those bombs, man. There's nothing better than a Jack Caglione bomb. How about my dude Massey's hitting well, too, man? He's like the hidden secret. I mean, he's hitting 262. I mean, he only had one hit last night, but Massey's getting red hot as well.
You moving Cags up in the lineup, or you just leave him, don't touch it, let it just continue to do what it's doing right there?
Man, you know what? I may wait a while. I mean, I would love to move him up. Does he deserve to be moved up? 100% he deserves. But, man, he's killing it where he is.
All right, Jay, let's talk about some serious stuff right now. We're watching the television set here, and there's some rain moving in. What happens if there was a sporting event going on right now and rain was moving in? Would you lose your mind?
Yeah, that's the question. And they're talking about stuff tonight, like about 7 or 8 o'clock or something like that. So, the weathermen are getting ready for that as they'll jump into NBA Finals, NHL Finals. You know what? I just can't believe, and that's the thing that drove me nuts last week when they missed the third period of a great Stanley Cup comeback that was going on. They missed the whole third period, and then they finally did the split screen on intermission before overtime. It's like, why not the split screen? Where are we at? We're 2026, and we're not doing split screen. We're showing weather up near the Iowa border or mid-Missouri, and we're not doing the split screen. The only thing I'm thinking of, I hope they're paying attention, man, because during the World Cup, man, you've got to do a split screen. People lose their mind when the weather people come on and say the same exact thing about 50,000 times while people are missing their sporting events.
And
but
the golf tournament this past weekend as well, Bink.
Oh, it did, and then show the split screen. That's what people are saying. Show.
Do you want the split screen though? Do you think that's the way to go? Is showing the split screen?
Well, it's better than nothing. But yeah, I mean, if they're going to do the weather, that's fine. But just show the split screen, and I know people want to see the weather only if it's local. But I get it; they must have to do that if it's because tornado warnings they pop on. So maybe contractually they're obligated to do that with viewing area. I don't know. But at least show the event or use the alternate channels. A lot of these TV stations have alternate channels like KSMO or you name it. There's other stations. Put the event on there. But yeah, this is a way to jump to streaming. If it's available on streaming and you can do that, hop to that like ESPN Plus or something like that.
Yeah.
If you want to see the Stanley Cup or the NBA, jump to that because they are going to interfere and hopefully they won't do it with the World Cup. At least show the split screen because people lose their mind. That's the only thing I was thinking of. I was like, man, because the World Cup's going to happen right in the middle of severe weather season. What are they going to do? What are they doing to plan to show that? Can you imagine all the years of planning for the World Cup and then they'll be showing southern Iowa weather during the World Cup? People will lose their mind, and I hope they do because it's absolutely ridiculous what's going on with the weather and sports in Kansas City.
Does weather happen when sports aren't going on, though? Like if there's a night where there's no NBA or NHL, does weather happen, or do you not know?
Oh, I think it happens. I just don't think you care. I mean, you're locked into watching the NBA Finals or the Stanley Cup, and you're watching the weather, and you don't really have to worry about it with the Royals on Royals TV or whatever because they're not going to show any of the local weather or something like that. So it does happen. It does happen, but I don't think you care about it as much. But you're sitting here now and they're talking about all these storms that are coming in later tonight, and you're like, great. They're getting ready to take over television tonight. But, man, people are going insane. Show the split screen if you're not going to show anything. We don't need to see the weatherman in full, all screen. Split screen it. Don't drive me nuts.
Hey, did the Sorsby decision drive you nuts?
You know, what a weird deal. And it's very weird to see so many people, like, against that ruling and all these conferences, what to do. But it's a dangerous precedent. And now you got all these schools saying, we're not going to play Texas Tech. And they've opened up Pandora's box because one thing about college football you always did, and especially with the sports gambling we can do now, is what's real and what's not real. Like, if you're getting to a game and you're worried about someone throwing the game, now keep in mind they can always do that. There can always be a possibility of doing it. The ramifications have been much tougher. But if someone else cheats and all of a sudden it's like, well, look at Brandon Sorsby. Because once you open up that case and you got that out there, it opens it up. And you're concerned about it. When you see, guys drop touchdown passes at the end of games, it's the first thing that comes to mind, and it's going to be the first game that comes to mind. One thing about sports is legitimacy. And you lose all legitimacy. When the Sorsby decision came out, you kind of lose all legitimacy because what are we doing here? We're letting somebody, and he bet on his own team, and granted he didn't play, but still he bet on his own team. You just can't do that. It runs the integrity of the sports, but college football took a huge hit. But now when you go to these conferences like the Big Ten, debating whether, to play Texas Tech or not, of course they're going to, and the Big 12 and all the schools that are mad in the Big 12 where Texas Tech is, you haven't seen anything like it. It caused major ripple across college football, and there's so many other things going on. I get it, and so they're not talking about it. It should be the major story in college football, but college football took a major hit when they allowed Brendan Sorsby to come back if he ends up playing. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. How long is the appeal going to take? They asked for an accelerated appeal, the NCAA, and it's rare where you see everybody on the NCAA side because they're usually a joke and no one's on their side. But how long is the appeal going to take? Because the appeal drags on through the season. The actual lawsuit for Brendan Sorsby against the NCAA is not till 2027 in February. When's the appeal start?
Well, it's got to go fast, Jay, because the supplemental draft is June 22nd. So time is of the 100%. Essence. We're 12 days away, so they've got to issue the appeal and get that thing done now.
And he would probably be for it just for a chance if they're not going to allow him to play, which, of course, there's a good chance he's not allowed to play. But if the appeal drags on, he'll be playing. But what's going to be the reactions of teams playing Texas Tech? Because they do have a great team this year. There is a ton of expectations on Texas Tech this year. Would I be surprised if they're in the playoffs. Not at all. And Brendan Sorsby is a fun player to watch. I get that. But you can't bet on your own team. I mean, you got to set the precedent somewhere with somebody. And that's like the biggest no-no in sports. Again, what's real and what's not? Am I watching a game? Am I watching college football playoffs? Is someone on the take? Is someone got skin in the game? Is someone betting on the game? What's legitimate or not? And all of a sudden, all these questions start coming to your mind like, am I really watching what's happening, or is someone throwing the game?
Binkley, what's your one word on L'Jarius Sneed coming back to the Chiefs?
Why? Not a big fan of all these guys coming back. And the one thing about Sneed is, I get it's not a ton of money, but I don't know what expectations should be. Let's not forget that he missed every day of training camp his last year in Kansas City. They fleeced Tennessee into making that trade. It's one of Brett Beach's best trades. They had no plans to go forward with him because of all his injury concerns. And then all of a sudden he plays 12 of 34 possible games in Tennessee. That's 1/3 of the games he played. I'm just saying, you see all these people with expectations because of the name. Oh, look at the name. Look how good a player he is. Well, guys in the NFL fall off quickly. And if you only played 12 of 34 games the last 2 years, that's a major concern. Or the year before, when every day, when the practice reports came out, no L'Jarius Sneed, no L'Jarius Sneed. He took it easy with his injuries, and he really didn't practice up in St. Joe. So I put no expectations on Sneed. I know the name, and, it's L'Jarius Sneed coming back. That's great. He didn't do anything for Tennessee, and he was hurt in Kansas City at the end. So it's a wait and see with him. If he can be a role player and come in and a situational player with the Chiefs, that's great. If he brings that veteran experience for that secondary, that's great. But I'm not counting on L'Jarius Sneed at all.
All right, Bink. Well, we got the garage sale item. You and I, Burn Theory, bar tab, and hanging out, talking football, boobs, and chew.
That's a great place, and I hope someone steps up for the museum because that is going to be fun. You and I sitting there, no telling what kind of shenanigans will go on, but that is going to be a ton of fun.
No doubt about it, Binkley. Keep it up, man. I love you, and we'll talk to you next week.
We will see you guys next week. And, oh, by the way, I will be out at Belton with you guys at the Peanut.
Let's go.
Next Friday at 2 o'clock, we're taking over Belton, baby, and we're bringing Binkley with us.
Well, Logan and I are doing a show 10 to 2, so you guys will be out there for that and stay around and watch the game. But, yeah, we'll be out there as well, Logan and I.
All right. Sounds good.
We'll talk to you next week, Bink.
See you guys.
That is Jay Binkley. And don't forget the Cody and Gold garage sale is open because today is Wednesday, June 10th. 100% of the proceeds go to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. Auction times are available. Go bid on them. It's 96.5 The Fan and clicking through the pass-through link. Coming up next, Mac was at mini camp, so the notebook is open on the other side. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Mini Bink.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I will tell you, my friends over at Smokehouse Barbecue are getting geared up. There's a lot going on in Kansas City. You got your soccer watch parties getting ready to go, and you got a couple of big holidays coming up. We got Father's Day, and we have 4th of July, and Smokehouse Barbecue is perfect for all of those. And let's talk about Father's Day. You know what guys want for Father's Day, right? The best meal available, and Smokehouse Barbecue will provide that. They can handle large parties, and if your dad likes to do the smoking of the meat at home, don't forget to get all your side dishes as well from Smokehouse Barbecue, from their delicious hickory pit beans that cook under the brisket to give them a flavor nobody else can match, to their cheesy corn, their mac and cheese. They've got so many great sides that go along with anything you're preparing at home. And then with the 4th of July coming up as well, they can cater everything for you. You want to enjoy the holiday, let Smokehouse Barbecue cater everything. They'll come set it all up for you. You won't have to worry about a thing. If you want to have your event at Smokehouse Barbecue, they can do that as well. They have banquet rooms available for up to 60 people. So check them out now in one of their 3 locations, Independence, Gladstone, and Zona Rosa, or at SmokehouseBBQ.com. That's SmokehouseBBQ.com. For over 35 years, locally owned and family operated, it's Smokehouse Barbecue.
Lawman! Jungle Law!
It's the Lawman. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, call me ASAP, 816-816-9111. I recovered millions for my clients. Take it away.
The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law team. Call the Lawman. Let the fight begin. The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law.
Come see me me get roasted. August 1st at 7 p.m. at the Uptown Theater. Go to junglelaw.com for details.
The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Baseball season is in full swing, and that means the summer heat is coming. The guys at Climate Control have been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years, and they know how to get your cooling system ready to handle our scorching hot summer weather. Stay cool and comfortable this summer. Call Climate Control today at 816-265-2830. 816-265-2830 for all your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Looking for the perfect Father's Day gift? Right now at Peter's Clothiers, save 30% on select Johnny O styles. Premium comfort, timeless style, and savings Dad will love. Stop by Peter's Clothiers today at 124th and State Line Road. This Royals coverage is brought to you by Peter's Clothiers.
Royals coverage brought to you by Metal by the Foot, your metal project superstore.
For over 36 years, Metal by the Foot has been your source for steel, aluminum, brass, and stainless. Located in Casey and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side, 435 northbound, bogs down past Bannister, stays heavy up past 87th. Accident has you down to one lane. Past that, the freeway shut down at Eastwood Traffic Way. Delays to 63rd. You'll want to take 63rd to Gregory as an alternate. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
The 5th annual Cody and Gold Garage Sale is back Wednesday, June 10th, with all auction items benefiting the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Back at it on a Wednesday here on 96.5 The Fan as we roll along in the 7 o'clock hour. Again, the Cody and Gold Garage Sale is open. Go to 965thefan.com. Click the pass-through link. 100% of the proceeds go to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. That's not the story of the day for this show. That is the story of the day for Cody and Gold. The story of the day for this show is Mac was at mandatory minicamp.
Woo!
And somebody looks like they're in midseason form.
Everybody's in midseason form. We're ready to go.
I know that I'm hard.
No!
Got to see one of our good friends yesterday, Kling.
Oh, nice.
He was over there as
he was
well.
over there at minicamp. Look at him
Yeah, I had
going
a surprise.
out there.
You know, I'm there locked in at practice. Obviously, you know me, Mini Big.
Did he get yelled at? Do we know? Did he lean on a fence or anything like that?
No, there were just a couple people that got told, hey, you know, just so you know, you should get away from the fence. And it was a hot one yesterday.
Yeah.
It was definitely it's going to
like
be like
7
that.
inches from the midday sun, I can imagine.
It was
man.
crazy. It's going to be like that this whole week. So I'll be out there again tomorrow. Not today, unfortunately. I'll be over at somewhere downtown from 11 to 1 for the World Cup. I'll tell you guys about that later. But either way, yeah, super, super fun. You're talking about Josh Simmons, I believe is who you're referring to, Dusty, who looked like he was in shape. If you guys, anyone did not see the pictures of Josh Simmons at the presser yesterday, do yourself a favor. Make sure you have tight pants on. My God.
I mean, you talk about a specimen. If anybody's out there wondering if Josh Simmons is going to play this year and all of those nonsensical talking points that people had.
It erupted more conversation.
It did?
Yes. And that's what
How could that erupt more conversation? That guy.
He's in too good a shape.
No, because his knee, and he's taking off weight because he doesn't want his knee to have as much weight. This is a guy who, apparently if you're big, I learned this too on Twitter yesterday, guys. If you're a big lineman.
The doctor was on there. What was his name? Dr.
Dr.
Chow was talking on Twitter yesterday.
This was just, I learned yesterday that if you're a big lineman and you look like Josh Simmons, that just means that you stopped eating as much. You didn't work out or anything. You just lost the fat. And
Did
so
you
that turns
see
into muscle.
the side-by-side picture that somebody did from last year to this year? I think it was Pete Sweeney that put it up, right? And showed everybody the difference. He is a ripped physical specimen now compared to what he was a year ago. And a year ago, he looked just fine.
You look great.
I don't mind an offensive lineman now, and he wants to get up to 300. He's, 280, 290 right now,
285,
right?
290 is what he said, yeah.
Okay, so look at who he's playing against. Look at all the defensive linemen and defensive ends that are in this league right now. They're not fat. Not one of them is a fat guy anymore that plays those edges positions, right?
No.
They are lean, mean,
they're fast.
They
run
chiseled,
4.5s.
fast athletes, right? Some of the best athletes on the field are playing defensive end. So you're a left tackle. Wouldn't you want to try to match the body type of the guys you're going against? Because if you're an offensive tackle at left tackle and you're going against, let's say, Jared Verse, right? Or you're going against Myles Garrett.
Yes.
Or you're going against one of these guys from Philadelphia, or Will Anderson down in Houston, right? Let's just take those three guys. If you're a fat slob on the offensive line, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. You're never going to get to him. I saw that by Josh Simmons yesterday, and I said, that dude has changed his body because he knows the competition that he's going up against, and he needs to meet them and be in that same body type and be quick and be fast. Because days of being a fat, slow offensive lineman at the tackle position, sorry, man, those days are done. And so anybody criticizing the way that Josh Simmons looks just doesn't have a clue of the way the game is going right now. He's got to match the athleticism of the guys across from him.
And I'm sure all those people that are upset about him being as light were really upset at Orlando Brown being blown by every single pass play that went over 2 seconds when he was here in Kansas City. It's happening there in Cincinnati, too. He's 360 pounds or whatever. He's the opposite. He's 350. He's huge. He's 6'7", 350 pounds.
Wow.
He's the exact opposite of Josh Simmons, who's lean, strong, and what I took from it is, this team's going to run the effing football.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's going to get to the second level and push a middle linebacker into the moon. He's going to bench press secondary people outside linebackers into the next atmosphere while Ken Walker is behind him, strutting into the end zone, whatever it is, strutting into the end zone. So, yeah, no, I am pumped about him. And if you just saw a picture and got upset, you obviously didn't listen to the presser. This guy is locked in. He was not.
Wait, hang on a second. You're asking people to do more than just look at a picture and have a reaction, Matt? Come on now.
He wasn't livid with his play last year, but he was not fully pleased.
Yeah.
His biggest thing that he's hammering right now is consistency, looking at his hand placement.
That's minor stuff, which is good. Like seriously, you're talking about minor things right there, and people are like, who cares about hand placement? I look at it and I go, it's like when Spectre complains about the bump music. I'm like, that's a good thing. He's not complaining about anything
something
else,
big,
right?
Exactly.
We're worried about hand placement. That's a 5-minute conversation in a locker room, right? Like stuff like that.
Yep.
We're not working on, can this guy play at this level? No. That kind of stuff. He's working on the minor. This guy's going to be a beast. He may not allow a sack his whole career.
He's going to be the best left tackle in the league. I've said that since we drafted him. He's going to be the best left tackle in football. And he's going to be able to protect Patrick Mahomes for the next decade. He mentioned something that I loved, building patterns, which is something that EB has kind of talked in patterns. And he said, quote, you can't not see it if you do the patterns. You can't not see it show up on the field. Like, it will happen. If you lay out these patterns, if you lay out these habits, and you follow through, and you are consistent, stacking bricks constantly, another quote from him, you will see it show up, and you're seeing it now physically in his body be produced. I mean, he is just chiseled. He's edged. He's going to gain 10 to 15 pounds in the next couple of months. Another thing that I don't think people realize for these guys, these linemen, that ain't nothing. 10 or 15 pounds, that's 2 weeks.
It's a meal.
Yes, exactly. So as far as practice goes, fun stuff. Love being there for the full practice. Really good minicamp. Get to see a lot more.
Delane, that's kind of a question mark for me.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, that's the lead, right? Mansour Delane, no helmet. We'll get to know more Thursday when Andy Reid speaks. Until then, we won't really know. We'll know what we all know, right? He's on the sideline, no helmet.
The first thing you noticed?
Oh, yeah,
hey,
number 5.
No helmet. Was that a concussion?
I don't know. We don't know until Thursday.
He's no helmet on the sidelines. He's in some walkthrough stuff, but he's not doing any of the team drills. Yeah, minimal work, footwork, stuff like that. So, that's obviously the big lead. Xavier Worthy had a sexy route. It wasn't during team drills, but it was still great. It was a multifaceted, kind of complicated angle route in the corner of the end zone that I believe me and Nate Taylor kind of looked at each other. You don't
need to have team drills for stuff like that to stand out. Like you can run routes, and
that was a good route. And I was like, okay, that's maturity. That's seeing him. Yes, exactly. That's Chatty O.
There it is. Told you he's going to make a huge difference for this team.
And then I don't know, man. I just wrote down. It doesn't feel like Mahomes is laboring or hurt. He's still not doing 11-on-11 drills. Too many limbs kind of flying around him. You don't want him to trip, fall, step, anything like that. They're being extra cautious. But man, it doesn't look like anything's different right now with him.
I thought it was a really good question. They asked Josh Simmons about if he's giving any sort of like advice with knee injuries for Mahomes. His response is, he's a dog, man. He's going to be ready.
Yep.
He's like, all right.
Yep, he's a dog. He will be ready.
I mean,
that's what he said.
But that's the right answer. Like almost like he was bothered by the question.
Yeah,
and I hope he was bothered by the question, and I hope everybody is now bothered by the will Mahomes be back question. Guys, enough. He's coming back. He's going to be fine.
He's going to be great.
And I don't know if you saw what the Giants GM said yesterday about Malik Neighbors now. He goes, he'll be fine for week 1. So if that guy is going to be fine for week 1, who just had another surgery on the knee, stop wondering if Patrick Mahomes is going to be ready for week 1. Patrick Mahomes, I guarantee you, if there was a game today, would be out there playing.
Does that mean Tyreek's ready by week 1?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's like horseradish.
Well, speaking of somebody who is ready.
And a swing and a ball well hit deep right field. Nimmo back, it's long gone. Goodbye shutout, goodbye no-hitter. Jack Caglione stays red hot. The Royals are on the board, they're down 2-1.
We get to have a lot of fun on the other side here at 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Royals.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, my friends at QC Kinetics want you to feel better immediately. And that's what happens when you go see my friends at QC Kinetics. You start to get that pain relief immediately in your joints. And we all know what it's like. Your elbow hurts, your back hurts. It's preventing you from doing things that you love doing every single day. Hanging out with the kids, playing golf or pickleball. It's all being put on the back burner because of that joint pain. Well, it's summertime, and we're not putting anything on the back burner anymore. Oh, no. We're getting after it, and we're going to make ourselves feel better, and we're going to get back to doing the things we love. You've heard me talk about the team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments. They're done right in the office. You don't miss work. You don't have surgery. There's no long recovery. The inflammation calms down, and the pain backs off. That's what's going on at QC Kinetics. So if you want to get rid of that pain and live the good life, call them today for that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a diamond sourcing expert, I'll tell you just how differently we source our diamonds so your engagement ring can be the most beautiful. We work directly with our diamond partners who reserve the best stones just for us. We handpick and inspect each diamond, then negotiate the best price. At Shane Company, we believe this is the only way to properly buy a diamond, because a friend goes the extra mile to make sure you get your dream diamond at your dream price. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add one line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business?
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Granger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Granger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, this is Lauren, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's going to add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken in a breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hey DQ fans, nothing could make Father's Day more memorable than a DQ cake. Treat Dad, aka Pops, Poppy, or Papa, to one of our delicious fudge and crunch cakes. Or get a cake in one of our other Blizzard treat flavors like Oreo cookie. Customize your DQ cake with a message that celebrates the big guy and all the wonderful things he does. Trust us, it's a lot more fun than a pair of socks or another wacky tie. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
Yep. So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
Yeah, and now at Staples, save 40% on custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, banners, and more.
Big news! Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. In 613, exclusions apply.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information.
What's up? It's Patrick Mahomes, and you're listening to The Home for Chiefs Football. 96.5, The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri sign 435 northbound, bogs down past Bannister, stays heavy up past 87th. Accident has you down to one lane. Past that, the freeway shut down at Eastwood Traffic Way. Delays to 63rd. You'll want to take 63rd or Gregory as an alternate. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got your troubles, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, we see it through. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some folks might be a little bit smarter than I am.
There he is. red carpet screening last night for Toy Story 5 was happening as, boy, Tom Hanks really looked old, didn't he? Did you
I
see
didn't see it. Did he
I
look
was like,
old?
damn, Tom, looking older and frail, and then T Swift looking adorable in the white dress, and then performing her new song, and then doing the collab with Randy Newman.
That's great. Yeah.
Yes. Randy's still sounding great.
Randy's
Tim Allen
awesome.
looked old, too.
Yeah, Tim Allen's getting up there,
Yeah,
man.
man, sad.
How old is Tom Hanks these days?
71.
Is he really?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's just my guess.
Okay, I was going to say
That's my
65,
dart.
but I don't know.
69.
69. Michael J. Fox just turned 65 yesterday, so I was thinking kind of around that same.
Gotcha.
That's why 65 or whatever was on my mind for
Toss
that.
power
but,
trap.
Yep. Tim Allen,
exactly. Yeah.
72.
72 years old. And Tim Allen, he's led a rough life, man. I mean, really rough life. So the fact that he looks rough at 72 years old, I'm
Talk
not
about
surprised.
Singing like a swan.
Yeah.
Look at that story. You know that story, right?
I don't know.
He got caught with like a kilo of cocaine and just ratted everybody out to avoid jail time.
Yeah.
Everybody got ratted out. Tim Allen, Home Improvement.
Yep, there you go.
From kilos of snow to the Santa Claus.
Great movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Third one's kind of scary, but yeah, the first two are fantastic.
I mean, you're a rat, man. You don't be a rat, get you kicked out of cities and whatnot, right? So you don't want to be a rat, Tim Allen. Rat.
So Jack Caglione last night, fellas. I know that I've always been the advocate of this is the superstar. This is exactly why I wasn't super upset that they didn't get a right field bat, because this is what they trusted. And one thing that I think you, Bob, have said on the other side, and what Vern said on Monday was, I really like what he's shown us in right field. He looks comfortable. He obviously had a little bad play last night. It was kind of like a weird hop. I'm not gonna scar him for that. But he hits 2 home runs last night, and I think the most impressive at bat he had last night had no contact, which was his first at bat. He got an 11-pitch walk, laid off all the junk, and that is enough evidence for me to know that this kid has arrived. And yes, the home runs are fun. Chicks dig the long ball. Dustman digs the long ball. It's awesome to see your future put one in the tank in the fountains in back-to-back at bats and really kind of show the power that he has. But this is exactly why the team gambled. And sometimes you say gambles don't always work out, but they believed in his production right field would have an uptick. They believed the bat would come around. And Jack Caglione in his last 5 games, fellas, has 8 hits, right? 2 of which left the yard last night. He has 4 RBI in those games and 3 walks. The kid is absolutely seeing the ball better. We saw this with his progression in the minor leagues. Every time he'd go up a level, it was like the first, of course, the minor leagues are not the major leagues. We all know that. It's obvious. But it was like the first couple of games or a week or so, it was like, oh, he's striking out, he's popping up. And then all of a sudden it was tanker after tanker after tanker. And it's like, well, now they have a problem because he's not going to get any better by staying in a league where he's better than. And then he had the slow start to his, professional career. Like we've seen all other people do that. Judge had a slow start. Trout had a slow start. And some guys hit the ground running, right? Like Nick Kurtz, he's going to be him, dude. Like and now that he's playing that launching pad in Vegas, it's going to get even better because he's now hit a home run, I believe, in 3 or 4 consecutive games, 2 the other night, 1 last night. But Caglione, man, like that was a game last night where I saw comfortability. I saw a good sort of arrogance. And then they bring in a left-handed reliever, and that was the second home run he hit was off a left-handed reliever. And now the best thing you can do is now you've given your team, your manager, your general manager, everybody involved, 0 excuses not to have you out there every day because, A, your defense is great. Your bat might have just absolutely woken up. He's been hot of lately, and his numbers on the season are just going to continue to get more impressive. He's now got a .261 batting average. He's got 8 home runs on the season. 52 of those hits are 8 home runs. He's got an OPB of 338, a slug of 442, and an OPS of 780, and his WAR is now 1.1. So the uptick is happening. The comfortability is there, and something has changed. We'll have Matt Quatraro on the show today at 9 o'clock, and we get to talk to the manager about Jack Caglione, among other things. But this is what you needed to see. You needed to see Vinny start to hit the ball. He's been into his zone lately. Caglione, he's got the confidence. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be Bobby. Now, there was a little bit of a disappointment last night with Kyle Isbell with the plantar fascia. But then again, people want to have these smart-ass jokes of like, oh, Cags will get benched tonight. No, he won't.
No,
stop.
you can't. Stop.
Not only that, now you're going to see him every day because Kyle Isbell's not going to be in center field. So you're probably going to see a little bit more of Marte. You're probably going to see a lot more of Lane Thomas, which you should want to see that because if you want to move him at the deadline, Lane Thomas is going to need to see those playing times. But all in all, last night, I hope a lot of you that watched that Royals game had a smile on your face because that's the Cags that was promised. Now, I'm not saying every game he's going to hit 2 home runs, but that confidence, that swagger, that sort of arrogance that he can have, which is not all arrogance is bad as long as you can control it. But like seeing him see the ball the way he did last night and the way that he's seen it in the last 4 to 5 games lets me know that he's arrived.
Well, he has arrived. And for people who are saying, the comments of he's probably going to be out of the lineup, tonight because he did so well yesterday. I'm really sad that we're at this point, though, with this organization where that's the feeling of fans. When you see a player do good, your immediate thought is, how are they going to mess it up and not put him back in the lineup? And I really do think that's a sad way to look at it. But the organization has created that, and that's why the fans think that way, right? It's not our thoughts that are wrong. It's the evidence that we've seen that creates these thoughts to which we say these things to. And so hopefully for the fans' sake, Jack Caglione never sits again, and nor should he ever sit again this season unless you want to have a day off, right? A day off here, fine. I get all that. Everybody deserves a day off. You need a day off every once in a while. But he needs to be the regular day, right fielder, regardless of who's pitching that night. Like when you wake up in the morning, if you're Q and you want to keep him at number 5 or whatever you want to do with Jack Caglione in the order, he's the name you write it. You got Witt at number 2, you got Cags where he is, and then let the lineup fill in everywhere else that it needs to be. Because again, as we've talked about, this is a lost season from a team aspect, but from an individual aspect, you can still have a lot of positive results with this. And the biggest positive result is allowing Jack Caglione to play every day. You're not playing for the playoffs anymore. And they have to stop thinking that way at this point in time. Because if they continue to think like they're a playoff team and they can be a competitive team, they're going to miss out on the opportunity to use this time now to truly develop a guy like Jack Caglione and just let him go out there and play with no pressure whatsoever. Don't give him analytics. Don't give him anything. Just say, Jack, go play baseball for the rest of the year and let's see what happens. Because right now that kid is playing great. He deserves to play every single day, and he is, and he deserves to be in the lineup every day against lefties, and he was last night, and that was a great thing, but it needs to continue because, again, in a lost season where you're not playing for anything, you can still play for a lot. And Jack Caglione, at the end of the season, if he's close to 30 home runs and, 85 driven in and he's hitting 260, you won the season because now you've got a legitimate star that you can rely on in right field, and that solves a major issue for this organization moving forward,
And if playing like this does get you back into the playoff contention, then great, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
But the goal right now, to your point, and I agree, is, playing for the future. And the future is clearly Bobby Witt Jr., Jack Caglione, and then let's see what we've got left in Carter Jensen.
Right.
And this should not deter anyone, and I hope it doesn't. 6 out of 8. I love the way this team's playing. It's really fun. But it should not deter anyone from when we talk about trade conversations and selling pieces again.
Right.
Thinking about the future. If we're under 500 at the end of the season, miss the playoffs, which is still more than likely the end-case scenario, that's okay if we're also saying, man, we have a future all-star and a stud at a 23-year-old Jack Caglione, and we've got the future at the catcher position, Carter Jensen. And, we may have the AL MVP in Bobby Witt Jr. That is still a really big positive season, and maybe the record isn't.
Right. The record probably won't be, but if Jack Caglione develops and you can look at that guy and everybody in baseball looks at that guy and puts him in the category with, an Aaron Judge and power hitters in baseball where he becomes a household name, you've won the year. And that's what they've needed because this organization, it's like the Chiefs. When was the last time, other than Tyreek Hill, who the hell have they developed at wide receiver? It's the same thing with the Royals. We've been looking for a corner outfield bat for generations here in Kansas City, and we may finally have stumbled upon that guy, and we got to let him play every single day. And if we leave this season knowing that he's a mainstay for the next 5, 6, however long it is, out in right field, it's a huge win for the organization.
The Royals could have a potential starter in the All-Star game, as Bobby Witt Jr. has never started at shortstop during All-Star game. So go vote Bobby, and then why not have Jack in the home run derby?
Yes, that would be awesome.
I mean, the home run derby put Bobby Witt Jr. kind of on the map when he did it. And Jack doesn't have to make the All-Star game to be the home run derby. I just want to see the biggest dudes hit the biggest bombs in home run derby. Put Nick Kurtz, put Jack Caglione, put
the
Murakami.
Entire A's team in there and put it in Las Vegas. That's where the home run derby needs to be.
Just a separate event.
Yes.
Because, I mean, could you imagine that as like 3 members of the AL if it's Cags, Murakami, and Kurtz in the home run derby, and then you could throw a Dirk Diggler in there as well. Dylan Dingler, I guess is his real name in Detroit. He's all of a sudden got 16. Put Ben Rice in there.
Ben Rice in
that's
there.
the future of the power hitters in the AL.
Yeah, that's a crazy lineup.
That's
right
something I want to see and something I want to hear is one
But
word.
you mentioned, okay, go ahead with one word. I was going to say the A's. We were talking about the A's and 5 more last night. I mean, that's, damn.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
That's right. It's one word time, and it's brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and The Landing. 3 great local spots that have delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs galore to watch your favorite sports teams. Game 4 tonight in the NBA.
Yes.
Stanley Cup Finals have been electric. 2-2 in that series as well. But you can watch all those games, and you can also enjoy the outdoor patio seating at all 3 locations. And today at Maloney's, the Italian chopped salad. 99-degree temperature feel outside.
Smash.
Not sure what's
Is that what
better.
it's supposed to be today?
It was 96 yesterday. Luckily, I've got a friend that has a pool and says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Sitting in my house." He goes, "You ought to be in my pool." I said, "Well, invite be nice. See you in 5." He said, "All right."
Invite nice.
But you can get the Italian chopped salad at Maloney's on a Wednesday. Romaine lettuce, tossed with Italian dressing, topped with salami, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, red onions, chickpeas, Kalamata olives, pepperoncini, and Parmesan cheese. You can get all that for $17 and get your fill. Also, any drink special that they offer at Maloney's during the week is available all day. It's a great deal. Get to Maloney's chopped salad, 17 bones, and all drink specials throughout the week are available tonight on a Wednesday.
You mentioned it. Game 4 tonight. One word.
Wimby.
Cat. Cat is the one word that I'll
nice.
use.
I like it.
It all depends on Cat. He's the difference maker. If he goes, the Knicks go. If he doesn't go, the Knicks don't go. If he has 4 or more assists, the Knicks are 13-1 in the playoffs, guys. So to me, my one word is Cat. It's all about him tonight, getting him going.
Yeah, I'd say it's Wimby. You could say it's Brunson.
Yep.
You know, he hasn't been as advertised since game 1 when he was clutch in the fourth quarter.
Very clutch.
Since then, the numbers are a little murky, even though it's a small sample size. But we know that sample size goes out the window when the sample size of the finals is so big. You gotta show up, and it's 2-1. And from talking about parades and bus routes and
exactly right.
all
Glad
that
we didn't book the tickets
in the concrete jungle out there in New York, you lose tonight, it might be an overreaction. San Antonio ain't losing this series.
They'll be favored.
Oh,
they
100%.
should be, going
They
back
should
to
be.
San Antonio
Game
with
5
2
and
home
Game
games.
7.
But you're favored, you say that, but if San Antonio wins tonight, home team hasn't won yet.
Which is wild, but again,
which would never have happened. If that happens tonight, first time in history.
Is it really the
Yes.
first time in history?
Yes.
That would be crazy. Wow.
Yeah, we're only at one other time, and it was 1993.
I wonder what that
finals.
line would be. Because were the Knicks only favored by 1.5 on Monday?
No, it was more than that, right?
I thought it was just 1.5.
Wow.
I could be wrong. But if they split this series 2-2 and go back to San Antonio, is it higher than 3.5?
No, I don't think so. Because if you think about it, it's been
Yeah.
1-point game, 3-point game. In the first game, even though it was a 10-point ending final score, it was a tie ball game with 2 minutes to go. This series has been awesome.
It's been a great series.
Awesome.
It's been a fantastic series. And so I do think the Knicks win tonight. I think they got over all of whatever went on Monday.
Yeah,
or
no
Tuesday.
special guests
Yeah,
tonight. Yeah.
But still, there's still, it's still a lot of security around the Garden. It's still going to be a mess, I think, for a lot of fans to try to get in. But I think that game on Monday night, that was just an overwhelming. I even talked to our old PD down here, Alan, who is the head of KBZ. He grew up outside of New York, like exactly where I did. And I went into his office yesterday and go, have you ever seen New York City crippled like it was on Monday? He goes, I've never seen anything like that. And he's in his 70s. And I'm like, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's feeling that, because that whole city was crippled. I think it's going to be a different environment tonight at Madison Square Garden. I think the Knicks win this one.
From Game 4 in NBA to how about tonight, KC Mavericks. In Game 3, they are up 2-0 is what I was just making
They've been
sure.
dominant, man.
Yes, up 2-0, and Game 3 tonight in the Kelly Cup Finals. One word.
Ice. Go ice this thing out. Go up 3-0 right now. Let's go. Put what are they? The Florida Everblades?
Everblades.
Yeah. Great name.
Great name.
Bad team.
They're in the finals.
Yeah, but they're not the Mavs, Bob.
Exactly.
My one word is cowbell.
Yep, bring
Annoy your spouse tonight if you can watch it and just ring that sucker all night in the living room because you got Royals at 6:40, 7:30 is the finals. Mavs play at 7.
Hello, America.
Yeah, go get the Kelly Cup, man. Go be a positive force in this city. What's their parade? Nolan Road?
I was just going to think, probably Nolan Road or just around the Red Robin down there. Circle through the Costco parking lot.
Hell, that'd take you an hour.
Wanye Morris and the Chiefs have agreed to explore a trade. One word.
Fine. I mean, he's not playing, obviously, here. He's been told. Trade me then. Get a 5th round, 6th round draft pick back in return. That's probably what you get.
Yeah, my one word is to kind of take away from what Matt Derrick had on Twitter yesterday is advantage. He has all the starting experience you need. I mean, the guy's been in the trenches. He has experience. You have, I don't know if you have like enough bodies on the offensive line, but it would appear so.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like having that extra left-handed reliever in the bullpen that doesn't pitch all the time because you have other guys that do the job better than he does, but that guy's job that he does is pretty damn good. And if you can go get, like a 5th round pick in next year's draft and then somehow swindle that thing into a 3rd round pick on draft night, you know how Veach is with draft picks. He's like Bob Fescoe when it comes to, barbecue.
Dusty had something in there. Yeah, man.
Veach, when he sees draft picks, is like Bob when he sees the calendar turn to Tuesday. Maybe that's
there you
better.
go. There it works. There it works.
I just want to win.
Yeah, I'll say 3 word there. Suck it, haters. The whole time talking about no offensive line depth. We don't have any tackles. They're going to have to draft 9th overall. They need a tackle. Oh, wait, we're actually going to trade one because they have so much depth. Here's Isapole. Godric's looking good. I know Nate Taylor mentioned him last night in his podcast, and I have him written down in my book about the undrafted free agent out of Indiana. Khalil Benson's playing with the 2s, sometimes with the 1s, getting reps right now. They have got.
And who's he again?
Khalil Benson, undrafted free agent out of Indiana.
And what does he play?
He's an offensive tackle.
Offensive tackle, okay.
Yeah, offensive tackle. All these guys are offensive tackles. And then obviously you've got more there as well. They've got bodies there, so I'd say suck it, haters.
Yeah, I love the fact that they're going to trade Wanye Morris and all the people who 17-0, 35-0 book it. It's happening. It's happening, guys. It's 17-0. It is happening.
From talking about tackles on the Chiefs to one on the Browns who retired and had a weird comment, or I don't know, you guys can come up with a word.
I guard in the NFL. I was drafted the same year as Johnny Manziel, and we actually roomed together. I learned some things not to do from him.
That was awkward silence there. That was offensive tackle Joel Bitonio.
That was pause for laughter, and nobody laughed.
No one laughed.
Was that at a press conference? Were there people
that was
in the crowd?
His retiring press conference, so it's media.
So it's just media.
But still, you get a petty laugh.
I would have laughed. I thought that was hysterical. Hey, because I've heard some stories about Johnny Manziel over the years, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I think everybody has. But for him to say that, I roomed with Johnny Manziel, it's all about the delivery. Man, I roomed with Johnny Manziel my first year. I'll tell you, I learned more about what not to do than what to do living with that guy. And then, but he was nervous yesterday. Yeah. But I get that. It's funny. It's true.
Yeah, I don't know what his relationship is with Johnny Manziel, but my one word would be flat. That thing fell flat.
Yeah, it fell flat.
It just felt forced. Like I don't know. It wasn't funny.
What if he said, hey, I know Deshaun Watson too?
Watson, yes!
This did not fall flat to me. Algeria playing in Lawrence as their base camp site, and we've got now videos of people in Lawrence talking about Algeria. This is an old man and woman talking about the country and people of Algeria there in Lawrence.
Algeria, and what's the idea about Algeria? So I want to say thank you to Team Algeria for choosing our hometown, Lawrence, Kansas, to come here. And so welcome. Welcome to United States. Welcome to Kansas. Okay. What do you know about Algeria, and what do you think make you to come to support Algeria? So I came mainly because I was so happy that they chose our town for their base camp. And we just know Algeria is on the Mediterranean Sea, and then the south part is in the Sahara Desert. But and we know that you gained independence from France kind of around the time I was born. So we don't know too much, but we want to welcome you here. What about you?
Well,
what do you want to say about Algeria, and what do you have idea about Algeria?
Well, yeah, the only idea I have is so far everybody here has been very friendly and very welcoming, and I'm really glad Algeria is going to be here. And 1, 2, 3, vive l'Algérie!
Fun. They're so proud.
Yes,
They're so happy.
I loved it.
That is community pride right there. That's awesome. We don't care who it is. They chose us. This is the coolest thing ever.
Cool.
Those are that's the mindset we all should have, right? This is cool. I love all this. And speaking of that, I just started following this guy on X this morning, and I encourage everybody to do it. It's at Freddie LA7, FREDDYLA7, the number 7. This dude is from Germany and is documenting his American experience photo by photo, tweet by tweet.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
He's sending pictures from Chili's.
Dinner from Buc-ee's at 1 a.m. Yes, this guy's living the life.
Yes. Mac, find this guy and let's get him on the show.
All right.
He's been he's all over the South right now, following the German team around. I mean, this is
awesome.
This is hysterical. So you've got to follow this guy on X at Freddie, FREDDYLA, and the number 7.
Doing it right now. See if I can message him.
Oh, man.
First pitch to Kaggs, and he drills it high in the air, deep right center field, headed for the fountains. It's a splashdown. Jack Caglianone's second home run of the game.
One word is hard. Is for me there. I know that I'm hard. What a scene.
His other tweet, the only thing I've eaten today is a chicken sandwich at Walmart.
Ooh, that's tough. You don't have to do that at Maloney's today because at Maloney's on a Wednesday, you can get the Italian chopped salad, romaine lettuce, tossed Italian dressing topped with salami, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, red onions, chickpeas, Kalamata olives, pepperoncini, and Parmesan cheese. It's $17 at Maloney's. Don't forget, any drink special they offer during the week is available all day. It's a great deal. And one word is brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. They're all three great local spots. They have delicious food, cold drinks, TVs galore to watch all your favorite sports teams. They all have outdoor patio seating as well to enjoy the wonderful weather when the evening hits. Coming up next, who would have been your Paul Skeens? A cool story of doing nice things for people because you know for a damn fact it changed those kids' lives what he did yesterday or the day before. We'll talk about it next here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
Every Hardee's is closed.
Well, that sucks.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circa Sports. From baseball to basketball, hockey to golf, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circa Sports has you covered. Download the Circa Sports app or visit circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This summer, grab a Truly Hard Seltzer. Light, bubbly, fruity, and make your dreams come truly. Join us for our game day watch parties on June 12th, 19th, and 25th at Peanuts locations. Truly Hard Seltzer, the official hard seltzer of U.S. Soccer. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for more info on watch parties. And visit TrulyHardSeltzer.com/locations to find Truly near you. Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts. Hard Seltzer, 5% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Liberty Mutual customized this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
your engine takes longer to start in the morning than you do. Don't worry. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
Looking for the perfect Father's Day gift? Right now at Peter's Clothiers, save 30% on select Johnny O styles. Premium comfort, timeless style, and savings Dad will love. Stop by Peter's Clothiers today at 124th and State Line Road.
The burrito is fire.
Hi, this is Maya.
And I'm Antonio. And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito
Is that it fuels our morning.
It's the full package.
You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns for a nice little crunch.
The chicken's always nice. It's crispy, it's juicy. And the cheeses, they melt together in a beautiful way.
And it gives me energy. It's perfect.
Order the Chick-fil-A Hash Brown Scramble Burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials. While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Community Blood Center is teaming up with the Kansas City Royals for our annual Royals Weeks. Now through June 14th, help keep our blood supply strong ahead of these critical summer months. Join us to donate blood and receive 2 tickets to a select Royals home game this season. With a single donation, you could be the reason up to 3 people get out of the hospital and into the stands this summer. Schedule your donation today at savealifenow.org or call 877-468-6844.
Join us at 96.5 The Fan's World Soccer Headquarters at the Peanut in the Northland on June 12th with the drive starting at 2 and kickoff at 8. Presented by Truly, the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer, and by Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local since 1933. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
East side, 435 northbound remains shut down at Eastwood Traffic Way. Delays back to 63rd. You want to take that or Gregory as an alternate. Blue Parkway currently overloaded. Heading southbound 435, solid from 40 Highway down towards Snyabar with onlooker interest. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it here on 96.5 The Fan. It is a Wednesday, so you know we've got a little poll question for you.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
We asked you on our poll question, does the U.S. men's team make it to the knockout stage in the World Cup? 63% of you say yes.
Let's go.
We got some believers.
Some positivity here.
Yeah, maybe I don't know enough about the men's team, but I feel like we're just beaten down in soccer all the time. And if our men's team was dominating, I think soccer is a much bigger sport in the United States.
Baseball is really kind of a really trendy sport right now. That's why I think it's really important that they can kind of get things figured out this offseason. Don't lose any time. Don't lose any games. And we saw this really cool story kind of come out a couple days ago as Paul Skeens was driving down Perry Highway in Wexford just past 7 o'clock Monday night when the Pirates superstar pitcher made a pit stop. It was a Little League field. Skeens signed autographs for over 2 hours, connecting with Pittsburgh's next generation, would also go on to play catch and kind of have his fun with, you know, the future of the sport. We always say at the end of the show, go do nice things for people you never know to change their day, week, month, or year. We saw Salvi do this in Lee Summit a couple years back, where he just stopped by, played some wiffle ball with these kids in the backyard, changed those kids' lives.
That was awesome, right?
100%.
So cool. How cool was that?
We remember the story way back in the day. Mac, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the story, but there was a Justin Bieber concert at the T-Mobile Center. Back then it was the Sprint Center. Well, the Royals were really popular in the city of Kansas City. And Eric Hosmer was that man. Everybody had the Hosmer haircut. Everybody loved 35. Everybody's mom was turned on by Hos the way that some people might be turned on by, I don't know, the what's the guy, the country singer, Riley Green. Like same kind of
yeah.
like, oh, there's Haas, I'm gonna watch that. I know he's too young for me, but boy, is he a good looking athlete. And Paul Skeens goes and does this, and all those kids' lives are changed. Their parents' lives are changed because he took 2 hours out of his busy day.
That's the most impressive thing
Yeah.
there. 2 hours he stayed and hung out with these kids.
I think the most impressive thing he did was being able to throw a baseball less than 90 miles per hour. I can only imagine how hard that is. But it's awesome to see stuff like that. And, you know, we saw Vinny Pasquantino doing stuff at a baseball camp on his off day. I mean, they'd just been on a road trip for, 9 games or 10 games. They went 5-5 on the road. And he comes back and he, does a camp in the heat, and then he's, walking the streets, and somebody's like, "Look who I've hanging
Right.
out." And it's Vinny. They are always going to be put on this level of a different atmosphere, right? Like it's always going to be like, "Oh my gosh, that's so and so." They're humans too,
Right.
And when you see this sort of behavior, it lets this world be a little bit more kinder in times where. I'm not gonna lie to you, the world's a little stressful right now. You
Very.
wake up every day, the news is not great. The
Inflation's up again.
downtown days are done. There's wrecks on the highway.
Kid
but
got
then
into a
there's-
car accident yesterday that we're going to be,
but
dealing
now
with.
there's these kids that have a Skeens autograph. There's kids out there in Skeens jerseys. Now fans for life, not only of the Pirates, but probably of Paul Skeens for the rest of their lives.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. I mean, that builds so much goodwill for that player in particular, obviously. As you mentioned, fans for life. He has a bad game, people aren't going to get on him. He's giving back. He's hanging out. He's doing cool things. And I bet for him, it was awesome, too. That's the other thing about this, guys, is that let's think about it from his perspective. He spent 2 hours there. He needed that as much as anybody to kind of get back out there and reconnect with the youth. It probably was a good kind of soul warming for him as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And I think about my childhood. If somebody did the coolest thing we had was Foster Ball, the garbage man, jump off the back of the garbage truck and play football with us for 2 seconds and then wrestle.
That's cool.
That was it. With Foster Ball was my big thing. Like in
Wrestled?
we were all wrestling and screwing around and doing all that kind of I don't know. When you're a kid, you're
exactly.
beating each other up most of the time.
and I didn't finish the story, but the Bieber concert, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the 2014 Royals
Mm-hmm.
were all at the concert. It was like Greg Holland, it was Hosmer, it was Gordo, it was Moose, and it was all their wives and whatnot. And there's a mob out at the front because it was known they were there. What'd they do? They pushed Hosmer out there and everybody else got out of the way.
That's right, Haas. Yeah. I remember that.
Haas.
Yeah, they threw Haas out of the crowd and everyone was like, "Oh my God!" And everybody swore around Haas.
Everybody went
Gordo
in.
and Moose and Holland. We're like, "All right, have a good night,
Talk
kid.
to you later."
Yeah, see you later.
See ya.
So just kind of a funny story about superstars. But you'd ask the question: if you were a kid, what would be the athlete of your youth?
Yeah, who was that athlete of your youth? And if you're playing Little League, I love this as a generational topic to see, where we go. It's funny to see because my childhood, it would have been like Don Mattingly or Darryl Strawberry showing up at the playground, right? Like those were, that would have been like the Paul Skeens of my era. And so I think it's fun just the 3 different generations that we have here to see who your guys would be, because I'm going back to a guy who was doing blow and is now a minister.
In Missouri.
In St. Louis.
Yeah. Of all places.
Oh, Mac.
Yeah, a little different than mine. Jamal Charles, Billy Butler.
Oh, Billy Butler showing up would be fun.
Oh, that would've been amazing.
He was great with the kids.
Oh, yeah, loved him. Yeah, but those were mine for sure. I mean, Jamal Charles was drafted when I was like 9 or 10 years old. So I mean, that was like my child. He was my favorite. Is my favorite Chief of all time. So yeah, that would be that.
It's not a bad one to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to go Haas would have been awesome to kick it with.
But that wasn't your childhood.
Right. So I would say probably Gordo.
Was that your childhood? Like you weren't a little kid when Gordo was playing.
I was 14, 13 when they drafted him out of Omaha.
Wow. Okay.
Out of Nebraska.
Yeah,
and then he made his debut in 07. So
Yeah.
then I was 18. I was 18 in 07. I was 18 in 06. So like I was getting ready to turn 19. So like back then when the minor leagues, you had to go through all the steps and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that was one of the guys where like when he got drafted, after Butler got drafted, I was like, okay, like this is the future. This is the guy. This is, Mr. Omaha, Nebraska, like this, or Lincoln, whatever you want to call him. He's local, kind of. He's going to be a superstar. And
I mean, they rolled him as the next George
sure
Brett.
they did.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a fumble, but you go on to see his career go through ups and downs and finish on a high up. And it's one of the coolest sports stories of my life because I was at Gordon's debut and I was at Gordon's retirement and introduction to the Royals Hall of Fame. And that was the first time an athlete full circle for me where I'm I watched this guy step into the box on opening day. And no matter what, when he came up, the entire 30,000 plus standing and applaud and doing all this stuff. And then he comes back as a left fielder. And then you hear about the story of the home run in the World Series and making all these catches and turning into one of the best, if not the best left fielder in baseball for a solid 5 years. But I'd also go Priest Holmes.
That's a good one, too.
So funny story about me being a creep. I worked at Price Chopper on Woods Chapel in 291 as a 14 and 15-year-old bagger, right? Well, Priest Holmes, I believe, lived in Lakewood, right around the neighborhood. Him and Eric Warfield would come in frequently.
Nice.
And Priest Holmes came in one morning at 7 a.m., and that was my Saturday shift, right? I'd always work Saturday from 7 to 11.
Good hours on a Saturday.
Perfect.
Great hours.
Took my break at 10, came back at 10:30, had 30 minutes, and I was gone.
Yeah, that's a great shift.
Oh, it was perfect.
Best.
It was me, and it was this two old retired couple.
It's the best when you work with the old folks at the grocery store,
and they'd
man.
go in
They
at
know
7.
it all.
They were in at 6. They left at 10. I came in at 7, left at 11, and then everybody else would come and be like, "You're already going home? I've been here since 7, dude."
Yeah, exactly.
2 donuts and
Kinda
a chocolate
this
milk.
place, right?
And Priest Holmes came in, right? And he's wearing this skin tight, I don't know, Fruit of the Loom gray shirt. And he comes up and I'm like, "Paper or plastic, sir?" Knowing exactly who it is.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And he's nice as all can be.
He
He's
is.
he's like, "Plastic's fine." And I said, "God, your biceps are bigger in person." He goes, "Oh, yeah, thank you." I was like, "Can I?" He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "All right, sir."
You did not.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen a human being go like that, dude. I was like, "Can I?" Oh, sorry. All right, here's your milk, sir. Have a good day. Go kill him.
Can I feel your arm? You want to feel mine?
No, you are nothing compared to Priest.
Well, of course, but still,
I've never seen a human body that giant in my life.
He was chiseled. He really was. Yeah, he was sculpted. I'll be honest with you. He's one of the first. Well, I mean, it was my early days of being in this industry, right? I started in '99, my first real job down in Texas, and so I was around NBA players for the most part. But then you saw Priest Holmes, and Priest Holmes was right at the beginning of when athletes really truly cared about their body, everything mattered, right? And he was to the next level. I mean, that guy was a chiseled specimen. I don't think there was an ounce of body fat on Priest Holmes. And again, you bring him up, and I'll use this opportunity again to say he deserves to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I mean, I'm going to continue to try to push that agenda as far as we can because his 3 years are better than basically anybody's 3 years. It's the same as Terrell Davis.
Up there in Canton when he gets accepted.
Yeah, if he does. But I mean, they've got to push him and make sure that he gets in there.
Him and Jamal both should be. Yeah.
And
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think either 5.2 yards per carry.
5.4, I think, a carry. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think either will get in, and it's really unfortunate because Priest Holmes really was part of the generation that started this offense, right? Like in 2001, picking it up kind of where the 99 Rams left off, and he was the all-time touchdown leader, rushing. I mean, he had so many numbers and records that he was putting up and dominating the game that he did. It was the same as Terrell Davis. His numbers are exactly the same as Terrell Davis, except TD has the Super Bowl rings, and that does matter. It was back to that question you asked yesterday when we're talking about greatest of all time. Does it have to be with Super Bowls? Look at the Hall of Fame. Priest Holmes isn't in, and Terrell Davis is. And Terrell Davis is in because he's got, the rings out there in Denver. But it doesn't take away for how good Priest Holmes really was. And we got to get past that because those 3 years, I don't know, there was better running back in football maybe ever.
And that's what I was about to say. There was, sadly, LT, Marshall Faulk. That sucks. He was just in an era of maybe the best era of running backs in the NFL I've ever seen. Sean Alexander.
I thought about a question. What was the more trusted unit, HDH or that offensive line?
That offensive line. And the reason I say that is because in baseball, every once in a while you're going to screw up in the bullpen.
Yeah, but
right?
you knew when the 6th inning was over and the Royals had a 1-run lead, it was over.
Yeah, 99.9%. Same as that offensive line, but I think for the offensive line, I think I hate to use the term easier, but 7, 8, 9 innings, man, are so hard to close out. I mean, they're so difficult.
We'll get back to it on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan because Mac was at minicamp, and I've got preseason storylines completely made up, but will they come to fruition? We'll find out here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Dusty, I need to come over to your house.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you something. My friends over at Hy-Vee are amazing. And I love going to Hy-Vee. I love going up and down the aisles. I love looking for the fuel saver discounts. I love stacking up those fuel savers at Hy-Vee because now I'm up to $1.07 off a gallon of gas when I fuel up either later today or tomorrow. Saving so much money on gas right now is awesome at Hy-Vee. But there are some times where I just can't get to Hy-Vee. We're busy. We got swimming tonight. We've got all kinds of things going on. And Hy-Vee makes our lives so much easier because they have a free Perks membership rewards, which gives you access to dozens of weekly specials and fuel saver deals that stack up and save me a lot of money at the pump. And this summer, with the Hy-Vee Perks card, you can get free delivery on grocery orders of $75 or more. Take advantage of that. Free grocery delivery is a game changer. We're all very busy, and sometimes you just can't get to the store. So let Hy-Vee do all the shopping for you. Upgrade to that Perks Plus membership like we did and get free delivery on every order, plus lots of other great savings and benefits. So go to Hy-Vee.com/perks and sign up now. Save time, save money. What could be better? Only at Hy-Vee.
Hey DQ fans, nothing could make Father's Day more memorable than a DQ cake. Treat Dad, aka Pops, Poppy, or Papa, to one of our delicious fudge and crunch cakes. Or get a cake in one of our other Blizzard treat flavors like Oreo cookie. Customize your DQ cake with a message that celebrates the big guy and all the wonderful things he does. Trust us, it's a lot more fun than a pair of socks or another wacky tie. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Aren't you tired of just not feeling right? Look, it's easy to ignore some of those symptoms, those things that have been in the back of your brain. Am I feeling normal? All of those things can be sign of low T, whether it be low sex drive, low motivation, and everything else in between. And at Low T Center, it's the original TRT clinic. They want to help you get back to feeling the way you used to feel. 1 in 4 men over 40 have low testosterone, and maybe you have that issue as well, which means at Low T Center, you can book a free testosterone test to find out for yourself what next steps can be taken. Man, a lot of times we ignore these signs, and you shouldn't. You should continue to feel your best, and the expert providers at Low T Center can tailor all those TRT plans to you, and that's what's important, so that you can get back to feeling normal, so those workouts can be the same, so the energy, so the sex drive, all that stuff. Aren't you tired of just not feeling like yourself? Can feel normal again. So head to fixmylowt.com and book your free testosterone test today. That's fixmylowt.com.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? Overhead Door Company of Kansas City will make it all better. They will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City at 816-221-0072 or schedule online at overheaddoorkc.com.
It's a lawman, 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the lawman, 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The lawman gets results of the law. Call the lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine, the choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
Royals coverage is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City.
Brought to you by Blue KC is the Coaches with Character program. Do you know a rock star high school coach in your district? Nominate them for the Blue KC Coaches with Character program at bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character. Let's make our coaches feel special and make our community a better place to live, work, and play.
Royals coverage brought to you by Metal by the Foot, your metal project superstore.
Where can you find an extensive line of Blue Demon welding supplies, filler, rods, and wire? Metal by the Foot, located in Casey and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland 35 southbound, very heavy, approaching the merge with 69 highway with an accident. Reporting 71 northbound, slow into downtown from 27th Street. East side northbound 435 reopened at Eastwood Traffic Way. Delays of unwound. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
The Cody and Gold Garage Sale benefiting the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum is on Wednesday, June 10th on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, we're back at it on 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty with you on a gorgeous, what we call Wednesday here in the United States of America. Apparently there's lightning out there because I just got a text from my wife who's teaching summer school. Not allowed outside, lightning in the area. She's at Shawnee Mission West this morning. I'm looking outside, going, lightning in the area.
Beautiful.
I know. So maybe there was a bolt of lightning.
Little blip.
Little blip of lightning out there. So I experienced that on Sunday night, being up at Lawrence with the lightning. Every time lightning struck, 45 more minutes. You got to wait to, see what you can do. Of course, they had metal, sticks in their hands, so that's probably a little bit different out there. But so lightning in the area.
There days like that as a lifeguard were kind of nice because darn guys, 45 minutes of me sitting inside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Back there, you take $5 to the pool and get a pretzel and a hot dog and still have 75 cents in your pocket to go home with.
Back in my day, I love it.
I had that same thing though because I can't remember which public pool I was at, and I don't want to call anyone. Everyone would be the same, but I was just like, damn, this is not like it was when I was 9.
Can I just vent for a second on that? I found out recently, and I think this happened last year, but I just found out about it. The city of Overland Park shut down Blue Jacket Pool, and there are so many people that are devastated by that because of childhood memories. I remember taking the kids there and doing all that, and they're shutting down all these pools, man. Like that really does suck because those were great summertime memories for my kids being out there and hanging out and having cocktails with other parents in the pool on a Friday or something like that. They shut down Blue Jacket Pool. It sucks.
I didn't know that. That does suck.
Yeah,
in Blue Springs we had Centennial Pool. And I lived about 3 blocks away. So almost every morning I would get a wake up from my parents. They say, "You going to go to the pool today?" I said, "Plan on it." Like, okay, there's $5 on the table. Have fun. I was getting out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out with my friends.
Yep.
I would ride my bike up to Centennial Pool, lock it up, walk in. We knew somebody that would work the front desk, so we'd have to pay the $2 charge. And then we go swim, and then we go out to the outside little area where they had the concession stand. And almost every time I went, it was nachos and jalapenos and a super roll.
Okay, I was going to say this. I feel like, and this is so bizarre, and guys can weigh in on the text line on this, French fries hit differently at the pool.
Yes.
Right?
100%. I had to think about that for a second. Like,
They just hit
they do, right?
They hit different, like, outside.
Yeah.
Like, you eat fries and, like, chicken strips at a Royals game, nothing compares.
Smash.
Other than the Dairy Queen white gravy toast and fries. But, like, you're right. Like, you eat fries at, like, a concert venue. You're like, man, these are really good. Or, like, at the pool.
I don't know.
It's
The
like,
pool, it's just, for me, it was always...
To me, it was always the pretzel with cheese or the nacho at the pool that just smashed. This is a message, again, and we'll go back to the Paul Skeens thing, and then we'll get into my made-up storylines of the NFL preseason. I would pass on the message to Greg and your brother that Paul was so gracious and so accommodating to so many of the boys down there. I think he stayed for almost 2 hours, never said no to an autograph or a picture. Word spread like wildfire in the Franklin Park baseball community, and